And we're live. Good evening, everyone. It is 7 o'clock on the 10th of November. You are at my pub quiz. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I hope you've had a good week. I've certainly had a lovely week. I've been on a couple of long bike rides recently. I was up in Haggerston this afternoon, and I was fascinated on that ride to realise just how connected East London is. There's this very long road, and I don't think it's a road that has the same name. I really must look it up on the map and find this out. But I don't think it's a road that has the same name throughout. Certainly, at one point, it's Shoreditch High Street. But before it becomes Shoreditch High Street, if you're not from the UK, if you're not from London, Shoreditch is our sort of like hipster neighborhood, and people love to make fun of it. I quite like Shoreditch. It's got nice restaurants. But it has a box park, and you go past the box park. You also go past Liverpool Street Station. You're not too far from Brick Lane. And then as you go on further up, you get into Hackney. You get into Hoxton and Haggerston, which is where I was going. And then I assume that turns into Hackney proper. But you get there by going over London Bridge. So there's this huge swathe of London that starts at London Bridge and ends up in Hackney, and then I don't know what happens to it, and it's all connected by this one massive road. And I never knew that until I became a cyclist. So I've got the pandemic to thank for this. Because, like so many city people, I knew London, and I know it quite well by tube stops, by train stops, by overground stops. A lot of that is on the overground, which is a sort of variant on the tube that we have here, the orange line, the ginger line. Anyway, that's what's been on my mind this past couple of hours. Hello, welcome. Hello, Meg Plant. I'm very well, thank you. Hello, 19. And hello, the other 5 of you who have so far joined this stream. We will get going as ever at 7:30. 7:30. I chose 7:30 many years ago, several decades ago, when we started this endeavor, you and I, to get through all of the trivia and finish it. When we began this important task to finish trivia, I chose 7:30 because that is theatre o'clock in my head. That's when, my head and my country, certainly in this country, 7:30 tends to be when plays begin. And so in my mind, that's also when all entertainment begins. But I appreciate that in some places it's 8 o'clock, some places it's 6 o'clock. Certainly makes it very complicated to work out when you're going to have your dinner. So what? We'll get going in 25 minutes, folks. 25 minutes until we start. For now, what I want you to do is I want you to sign up. Head on over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz1011. 1011. Is this our first 4-digit quiz? I think it might be. Well, it must be, because there are only 2-digit months in the year. So head on over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz 1011 and put your team name in there. Hello, M. Jefferson. I don't know if M is your initial or if that means, if that's like a French Mr. Monsieur Jefferson. Welcome to the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Hello, the Devon team there, who always choose that typeface. I think it's a very pretty typeface. Oh, Comfortar, of course. Comfortar was one of the typefaces that was included with Windows Vista when Vista decided that it wanted a new swathe of typefaces, in the same way that I think it was Windows 95 was the first one to bring in like the signature typefaces. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Arial, which is a Helvetica clone, Comic Sans, Garamond, all of those came in with Windows 95. And then with Windows Vista, they went, we want to do that again. And so we got Comfortar and Calibri and Cambria and all of those beautiful ones. But what I love about Comfortar, I don't use it very often, is if you have a look, go and have a look on the sign-up sheet at The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, the lowercase d doesn't finish. It's an O with a line going straight up, but then it doesn't go down to the bottom. I think that is quite beautiful. Hello also to Trying Our Best and happy to be here. Welcome back. Welcome to Scarecrows Aren't for Scaring People, which is a reference, we're told, to The Sync on BBC Sounds. I highly recommend The Sync. And here's a secret, folks. As I'm not employed by the BBC, I can tell you this: you don't need BBC Sounds. It's on all the podcaster apps. It's fine. You can still listen to it and not have to get another podcast app. It's very good. Welcome to 3 seasons total landscaping, because there's only 3 of you. Very well done. And sweet human contact, welcome back to you too. 23 minutes until we start this quiz, folks. 23 minutes. M is an initial. That news has just come in. We can confirm that M of M Jefferson is an initial. And we heard that direct from source, so I think we can probably trust that one. But we'll get our fact checkers on it just in case. We'll get going in 22 minutes. Make sure that you are signed up over at tiny.cc/ftpubquiz 1011. So what have you been up to this week, folks? What have you been doing? Anything interesting? And by this week, I mean Monday and Tuesday. That's the week. How has everyone been celebrating their Mondays and Tuesdays? Quite a pleasant temperature at the minute. It's what I think of as t-shirt weather for short periods of time. So if, for instance, you live on a marina and you occasionally need to pop around it, you can very easily pop around it in a t-shirt. But I think anything longer than about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, you start to feel it. So that's where we are. In fact, what is the temperature? Alexa, what's the temperature?
At the moment, it's 12 degrees Celsius.
Alexa, what's... Alexa, what...
I didn't catch that.
Oh, for...
Nothing is usually defined as a quantity of no importance.
Alexa's giving me sass. Alexa, what's 12 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
12 degrees Celsius is 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so there we are. 12 degrees, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I think that is t-shirt for short periods of time. And then if you're out for a bit longer, obviously you'd put on a pullover. Some news coming in. Ryan Mulgrew has been waiting on NHS to email him back about starting his new job. It's been nearly 2 weeks. Ryan, what kind of job are you doing for the NHS? Meg Plant has had lots of school, but it's also been very, very nice over here too. Your roommate and you went on a walk and got boba tea. That is, now, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the same as bubble tea or is that something different? Who has been studying The Big Sleep, Mills and Boon, and Nancy Drew in a brilliantly varied English degree. Fantastic. And Hannah has been tracking a hurricane. And I like to think that you are out there with a whole panoply of gizmos following the hurricane around, driving behind it like in the film Twister. So it's 10:07, folks. 20 minutes until this quiz begins. Head on over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz 1011 to sign up. If this was a quiz in a pub, I'd be going around with a jar asking you for money, and the virtual jar is available at ko-fi.com/Felix Trench. So do head over to coffee.com/Felix Trench and drop £2 per player in the virtual jar, please. Okay, we've got more teams coming in. We welcome back Mango. They're trying to find their perfect shade of green. And welcome Spider, T, and Joe Mentum, baby. Which is, in fact, Whiskey is a Soup of the Day, but they're going for a different name. Trying to win that coveted best team name, which is, of course, the best prize in the quiz. The Finnish team have given me another Finnish word. Nuskamuikunen. And they tell me that Google Translate will not help me that. So let's look up what nu ska vi kunna. What is a double K sound? Does that just sound like a single K? Nu ska vi kunna. Oh, it's Snufkin from the Moomins. Very good. I remember the Moomins being very scary. But also I remember nothing about them. Apart from the fact that they were very scary. And that there's a character with red hair who seems to turn up as 3/4 of the world's Twitter profile pictures. We will get going in 18 minutes, everyone. 18 minutes until this quiz begins. Head on over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz 1011. tiny.cc/ftpubquiz 1011. To sign up. 17 minutes until we begin. So we've got some news coming in from Hannah Wallace. Says that 54 degrees in Florida means busting out the hoodies for sure. But sure. And I was largely wearing a hoodie today when I was out and about. But if you were just stepping outside, let's say you were going out of the door, you're going to the corner shop at the end of the road because you really want a Mars bar, and that is a 3-minute walk. Is that put on a hoodie? Or is that this t-shirt will do? I think t-shirt will do, but I could be wrong. Of course, being from Florida, you will be more used to warmer weathers. I used to live in Edinburgh, and one definite thing that happened was as I'd come down south, I was for a while kind of inoculated against cold. It's very interesting. Double letters always double the sound in Finnish. So actually, it's nuskamuikkunen. Is that right? Nuskamuikkunen. We welcome... I can't read that. Oh, Manticorgi. Welcome back, Manticorgi. Hannah says, we don't get a lot of chances to wear our hoodies. Got to take advantage of it. Well, of course. I absolutely understand that. Meg says that boba tea is the same thing as bowl tea. We don't get out much these days, so it's quite the event. I understand that feeling. Although I'm trying to get out more these days. I'm trying to, because I've discovered that this is the whole thing, pandemic, bicycle, I can go places. I was in St. Paul's the other day, which is right in the centre of London, and I cycled up to St. Paul's Cathedral, along with seemingly half of London. We've just gone back into another lockdown here, and the upshot is that schools and work are still happening, but anything fun is not. So all the pubs are closed, and all the cafes and restaurants are closed, and the theatres again, and the cinemas, blah, blah, blah. Which meant that on quite a nice Saturday in early November, when it was sunny and still, people want to get out and about. So, of course, everyone kind of goes towards the centre of London or up along what's called the Thames Path and has a lovely walk, because what else would you do? So, St. Paul's Cathedral itself was rather full, the stairs around it. But right next to St. Paul's Cathedral, hey, if you're over in London and you're a bit at a loss in Zone 2, maybe you've got 45 minutes to kill while you wait to go and watch a play at the Globe or something. My top tip: head up to St. Paul's, go to a branch of Paul, which is a French bakery and sandwich chain, which is very popular in the UK. Buy yourself a macaron. They do big ones. They're about that size. A macaron and a coffee, and go and sit in Paternoster Square, which is right next to St. Paul's, but it's a bit less busy and it's still very pretty. Meg Plant is planning a trip from the the Ontario branch of Waterloo to the Ontario branch of London this weekend to visit some friends and check out a shop they've been looking at for a while. So you're pretty stoked for that outing. What's the shop? What does it stock? What's so exciting about it? Tell me more. It was 49 degrees in LA the other night and terrifically windy. Alexa, what's 49 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius?
49 degrees Fahrenheit is about 9.44 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, getting chilly that. Gosh, 9 degrees. I'm going to learn this. You know what? I've made this commitment that I'm not going to learn, because there's a formula, isn't it? Isn't it like 5/12 minus 8 or something that gets you the Celsius to Fahrenheit? I've decided that much simpler, would be to just sit down and learn by rote the numbers corresponding to freezing up to about 40 Celsius. So you learn 40 numbers, and then I'll get a good idea of what the Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion is, because I'm getting a bit tired of having to ask old Echo Dot in the corner there. The shop in question, which is in Ontario's own London, has got a bunch of witchy things. It's a witch shop. Are you buying a broomstick? Are you buying a cat? Buy witchy things. Do you mean it's like a black cat rescue? Are you getting a cat? I'd love it if a cat, or even just like a pet rescue center, sold itself as a place to get your familiar. 12 minutes till we start, folks. 12 minutes. Head on over to coffee.com/Felix Trench to pay for the quiz. That's £2 per player, please. And head to tiny.cc/FD pub quiz 1011 to sign up your team name. 11 minutes until we get going. Meg wishes she was getting a black cat. In my life as a child and then grown-up child, my family always had black cats. They don't at the minute because the last one passed away a couple of years ago. But we had two, and we had a black dog for a while. We've had and a black rabbit. All of our pets were jet black, with one exception. One adopted us. Had a little cat that just turned up in the garden one day, and it was bright white. And I think because it adopted us and we'd adopted it, it was the quickest to perish. Run over by a car after 2 years. It was very sad. I shouldn't laugh. It is buried. Meg asks whether I'm a cat or a dog person. I'm both, I'm afraid. It's a horrible thing to have to tell people. Everyone wants to be able to categorize you. People tend to think I'm a dog person, but then also I have a cat name. I spent a lot of my childhood fending off Felix the cat jibes, which I think has become less of a thing as that character, I'm not going to say fades into obscurity, but certainly seems to affect things a little bit less. But, you know, there's Felix the cat kind of gave way when I moved to the UK to Felix cat food, which was less good. But there was a publicity campaign back in Belgium for Felix cat food where they would really push their product on the 12th of February, because the 12th of February is St. Felix, and I was really angry. I remember being on the school bus saying, "Oh, this Felix cat food," because it was the 12th of February. I was like, "No, you're not allowed to know that. That's my secret. I know that the 12th of February is St. Felix, and no one cares. How dare you, Felix cat food?" Eileen Joins says we have a black cat named Judith Pyewackett Joins. She's brilliant. She plays fetch with a stick. What does what does the cat play fetch with? With a bowl of cotton wool? You always imagine cats with cotton wool, don't you? Which is odd because I don't own any. But that doesn't mean that my experience is the same as everyone else's. My cats loved a bit of balled up tin foil. Ooh, can't go wrong without a bit of balled up tinfoil. I think it's that when they bat at it, it goes quite a long way, so it's quite fun to run after. The first cat we had was this great big bruiser who would go out and bring back gifts, as cats did. There was a snake at one point. At one point, he took down a seagull. We woke up to find a seagull on the front doorstep. It's like, where did you find a seagull? And why have you brought it? The cat in question with anything you throw. Just brings anything and everything back. That's lovely. Samastati is trying to make whipped cream, and the cat is staring with hunger in its eyes. Well, of course. Who doesn't associate cats and whipped cream? They go together like a horse and carriage. R.I.P. quiz deity Alex Trebek, says sweet human contact. Now, I think I saw something about this. I'm just going to check. I know who you're talking about. Yes, this was the host of Jeopardy. We don't get Jeopardy here, so it's a show that, on the whole, outside of the US, we know about because you then put it in your TV shows and sitcoms. But it's funnily enough, for all of the different quiz formats and things that we tend to copy between all of our cultures, that one never seems to have come up, to my knowledge. Perhaps it did run here for a while. Welcome back, Nicholas Lyndhurst. Nice to have you back, folks. 7 minutes until this quiz begins. Head on over to coffee.com/Felix Drench. Drop £2, please. £2 per player. £2 per quack in the virtual bucket, the virtual volcano. And if you've not yet, do sign up over at tiny.cc/FT pub quiz 1011. 6 minutes till we start, folks. 6 minutes. Hey, I was going to tell you about this quiz, but I think I'm going to wait till we hit 7:30 because we might have some people joining us. We've got 3 thumbs up on this quiz. I return your 3 thumbs up. It's a bit disconcerting when the person doing a thumb up doesn't look you in the eye and looks at the screen instead. Thank you to the person who just supported me on Ko-fi. Hey, folks, 5 minutes until we start. What's the drinks situation? I'm on the water as ever because I am a boring man. Boring, but very well hydrated. If there's one thing people say about Felix, it's, my God, there goes a hydrated man. Look at him. Absolutely sloshing. Pouring out of every orifice. Clogging out of my ears. Out my nose. Meg Plant has a smoothie. What's in your smoothie, Meg? Sorry to hear that Samashtati's cat has settled for the cat food. I think that shows poor moral fiber. I think that if that cat had any self-respect, it would have held out for the whipped cream. And I joins is on the coffee! Not the first one either day either. A friend of mine was telling me today that apparently there's these experiments people have done on spiders where they feed them different things. I don't know how you feed something to a spider if it doesn't fly, but they feed them coffee and cannabis and LSD, and then they look at the shape of their webs. And my friends learned about this in school, and it's kind of extraordinary. Oh, I was going to look up what that looked like because that must be very interesting. I'll do that later, but maybe you can do that now and tell me. McPlant smoothie has got berries, all the berries, mango, cranberry juice, and vanilla yogurt. Lovely. I bloody love a cranberry juice. I think a cranberry juice is a stunning drink. I tell you what I don't think is a stunning drink is a cranberry flavoured juice. Pubs do this quite often. I think cranberry juice must be quite expensive or something because you'll often get like cranberry flavoured drink and it's sort of the flavour of red sugar. But a proper tart cranberry juice is a thing of glory, as is a grapefruit juice. I think there's something in the kind of tartness and acidity there. There's a the only cocktail that I ever really got behind. It's a golfing cocktail that my dad told me about, and I don't know if it's just in French-speaking countries, but it's called a chose, which is French for thing, and it's grapefruit juice and tonic water. It's lovely. It's very refreshing. Hey, why not? If it's warm where you are and you have the ingredients, why not try out a chose today? Grapefruit juice and tonic water, but I would advise against putting ice in it, and this is why. I am not sold on this practice of putting ice in juice. Ice in a sugary soft drink, in a Coke or whatever, sure, I can see that. But in a juice, I just feel that it dilutes the juice too much. Thank you, Kimby, who just smarted me there. Pomegranate juice is also very good, says Meg. True. And hey, you know what it is at the minute? I don't know if this is the case everywhere. I mean, presumably you have a different climate in, say, Florida and Texas. But here, it's pomegranate season! November is pomegranate season here in Northwest Europe. As you probably know, the pomegranate is the fruit of death. It's the fruit that is associated with Hades because, of course, Persephone was brought back for 6 months because she ate the 6 pomegranate seeds. And the reason that it is the fruit of death is it is the last fruit of the year here in Europe. But my God, I love a pomegranate. I had half a pomegranate for breakfast, and a good pomegranate is a thing of absolute beauty. Eileen Jones says it's my daughter's favourite. She and my mother-in-law got into an argument in a restaurant because Granny loudly objected to Charlotte's order. But the 4-year-old one, objected to the 4-year-old ordering cranberry juice? What's wrong with that? Swashbuckling Archer has joined us. Hello, everyone. I've got some lovely pasta, and I see we're talking about pomegranates. Nice. Swashbuckling Archer, what have you done to your pasta? What kind of pasta is it, please? What sauce have you cooked it in? Tell me all about the pasta. I am fascinated. Welcome to the Knuckleheads and welcome to Skiving Office Work. If you've just joined us, we'll get going now. But do head to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz1011 to sign up your team name. That is also where you will put your scores at the interval and end of the quiz. And hey, everyone, it's 7:30, which means it's quiz time, unless it's a different 30 wherever you are, in which case it's still quiz time. My name's Felix Trench, and I will be your quiz host today. You will need the following things. You will need pen, you will need paper, or some variation thereon, because you are answering the questions yourself. There are 3 rules at my quiz. Rule 1 is no more than 6 players to a team, please. Rule 2 is that I am always right. There will be no arguments. And rule 3 is no cheating. And by no cheating, I mean no looking up the answers on the internet. Hopefully you trust me by now to write your questions, and I trust you to not cheat. Folks, let's talk about this quiz ahead. It is a little different, not very different, but a little different in one respect, which is that normally, on an average Tuesday, and I said this on social media already, I will work pretty hard to ensure that the quiz is free of any topicality. Always an interesting thing when I come to writing the current affairs questions. That is because I think that for most of us, it has been a trying old time, and that quiz is a time when you can escape the news and escape the major headlines. For reasons that I think are pretty apparent, I have ignored that remit entirely, and this will be a very topical quiz. So if for whatever reason you are not on board with that, well, here is your content warning right up at the top. But before we carry on with the quiz, news just coming in on the pasta. It is spaghetti with a vegetable tomato sauce and mozzarella bits on top of it with chili powder. Sounds absolutely delicious. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the quiz. Hello, concerningly chunky squirrels and La Triviata. Welcome, welcome. Let's get going with question one. Question one of tonight's quiz is about a certain election in the year of our Lord 2020, in the month of November, in November 2020, who won the general election in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Was it Ralph Gonsalves of the Unity Labour Party? That's A. Was it Godwin Friday of the New Democratic Party? That's B. Or was it Ivan O'Neill of the St. Vincent and Grenadines Green Party? That's C. So, in November 2020, who won the general election in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? That was held on the 5th of November this year. Was it A, Ralph Gonsalves of the Unity Labour Party? Was it B, Godwin Friday of the New Democratic Party? Or C, Ivan O'Neill of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Green Party? It's A, B, or C. Ralph Gonsalves, Godwin Friday, or Ivan O'Neill? That is question one. Question two now. Question two is science. This is science. What is the chemical symbol for oxygen? Question two. What's a chemical symbol for oxygen? Question two. What's the chemical symbol for oxygen, please? Question three. Question three. For some reason, some inexplicable reason, this past week, I've had the American state of Pennsylvania on my mind. And I want you to tell me, in what month is the Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival? In what month is the Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival? Pittsburgh is a city in Pennsylvania. Question three, in what month is the Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival? That is question three. It's a 1 in 12 shot if you don't know, or maybe it's the secret month that we don't talk about. The 13th month. Question three, in what month is the Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival? Give me a month. Question four is geography. This is geography. It's mountains. Your mountains are the Pyrenees. How many countries are covered by the Pyrenees? By covered, I mean included in. They don't have to cover the whole country. How many countries are covered by the Pyrenees, please? That is question four. Oh, folks, Meg doesn't know the name of the secret month. That's awkward. No one's told Meg about the secret month. Well, we all know it. Question four. How many countries are covered by the Pyrenees? Question five. Question five is languages. This is languages. Your language is Polish. Polish. In Polish, what does the word apteka mean? I am spelling that A-P-T-E-K-A. I learned 3 Polish words when I went to Poland. That is one of them. The others were dzień dobry and toalety. Oh no, and dobranoc. 4. What does the Polish word apteka mean? A-P-T-E-K-A. That's question 5. Question 6 is politics. This is politics. Which world leader was described this week by a former spokesman for Barack Obama as a shape-shifting creep? Which world leader was described this week by a former spokesman for Barack Obama as a shape-shifting creep? That's question 5. Cool, we've got another 2 teams in. Hello, waiting for Thames Water to fix my pipes. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry that you have broken pipes. I hope Thames Water do it soon. And just biding my time. Very good. Oh no. Thames Water, why? I should specify, if anyone's wondering, Thames Water is the name of the company. They do not necessarily provide water from the Thames. I hope not. What am I drinking? Which world leader was described this week by a former spokesman for Barack Obama as a shape-shifting creep? Question 7 now. Question 7 is film. This is film. In what year was the film Home Alone released? The first one. In what year was Home Alone released? That's question 7. Excuse me. In what year was Home Alone released? Oh, we're up to 5 thumbs. I have to return 5. In what year was Home Alone released? Question 6. Question 7, actually. Question 8 now is sport. This is sport. What is the name of the large orange mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers NHL team, who was released to the public in 2018 and rapidly gained internet fame? By released to the public, I mean, like, displayed, but shown, not just thrown out. Though he kind of was. What's the name of the large orange mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers NHL team, who rapidly gained internet fame in 2018? Oh, there's 7 thumbs now. Here we go. It's question 8. What's the name of the large orange mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers NHL team who rapidly gained internet fame in 2018? Question 9 now. Question 9. What was the surname of the founder of Pennsylvania? Question 9. What was the surname of the founder of Pennsylvania? Hey, fun fact. The last time I did any kind of theatre on script, I played this character. He was in a famous court case that we were reenacting. What was the surname of the founder of Pennsylvania? That's question 9. Oh, we're up to 9 thumbs. Question 10 now. Question 10 is dogs. The Bidens will be bringing dogs back to the White House. Tell me the name of either of the German Shepherd rescues that they are bringing with them. You get a point for either. You do not get 2 points for both. We're not that kind of quiz. The Bidens will be bringing dogs back to the White House. Tell me the name of either of them. It's question 10. Question 10. Tell me the name of either of the dogs who will be joining the White House permanent staff from January. Question 11 now. Question 11 is brands. This is brands, specifically phones. The Razor, R-A-Z-R, is a phone by which company? Question 11. The Razor is a phone by which company? Question 11. The Razor is a phone by which company? As in, made by. Question 12. Question 12. As regulars, and I found out a while ago, the newest country in the world is Timor-Leste, but which widely used currency is the currency of Timor-Leste? Timor-Leste or Timor-Leste? I don't know. It is in Asia, if that helps. Which widely used currency is the currency of Timor-Leste? That's question 12. Question 12. Which widely used currency is the currency of Timor-Leste? Question 13 now. Question 13 is your London question. How do you say London in Italian? I'm not usually precious about spelling, but on this case I am. I need you to get the right spelling, please. How do you say London in Italian? Question 13. Question 13. How do you say London in Italian? Anna Forsyth. Hello, Anna. Tells us that the mascot mentioned earlier is no Finn. Who's Finn? Finn mascot. Finn is a whale and is the mascot of the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, that's cool. I think there was a story. We don't really go in for mascots much here, but occasionally teams have them. And I think there was a story that the Arsenal mascot got fired because of the pandemic. Yeah, the Gunnosaurus. Oh no, he's back, but he was made redundant. It's really sad. Question 13. How do you say London in Italian? Question 14. Question 14 is food. This is food, specifically pizza. The Hawaiian pizza was supposedly invented at the Satellite Restaurant in which country? Which country is credited with bestowing the world with the delicacy that is the Hawaiian pizza? Question 14. The Hawaiian pizza was supposedly invented at the satellite restaurant in what country? Question 14 there. And question 15 is music, the music of Sting. According to Sting, in the song 7 Days, what would Friday give him? According to Sting, in the song 7 Days, what would Friday give to Sting? What did Sting want from Friday? 5 questions left in this first round, folks. 5 questions left. According to Sting, in the song 7 Days, what would Friday give him? Question 16. Question 16 is alcohol. This is your alcohol question. Your alcohol is Lotoko, Lotoko. Lotoko, also known as Petrol, Petrole, is a home-brewed spirit from which country? Home-brewed spirit is a polite way of saying moonshine. Lotoko, aka Petrol, is a home-brewed spirit from what country? In what country would you find Lotoko or Petrol? That's question 16. In what country would you find Lotoko or Lotoko? I don't really know the pronunciation. And by really, I mean at all, clearly. Question 17 now. Question 17 is science. Science. Assuming their wisdom teeth had come through and not been removed at any point, how many teeth does an adult human have? How many teeth does a human have? A grown-up, an adult. Question 17. How many teeth does an adult human have? How many of you are now prodding your teeth with your tongue? I had my wisdom teeth out. That's right. I've got fewer than the answer. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Count these teeth. It's fewer than this. Question 17. According to the wisdom, assuming their wisdom teeth came through and weren't removed, how many teeth does an adult human have total? Question 18 is words. What word can come before the following 4 words? Excuse me. Stitch, S-T-I-T-C-H. Sail, S-A-I-L. Knot, K-N-O-T. And coat, C-O-A-T. It's been non-stop fireworks this week. I guess when you're in a pandemic and supermarkets are selling precisely one entertainment, make the most of them. What words can come before stitch, sail, knot, and coat? Stitch, sail, knot, and coat. Samastati has extra teeth hidden inside their jaw because Samastati is terrifying. Just waiting for their moment. I think that's quite common though, isn't it? I'm sure I've come across that before. At least once. What word can come before stitch, sail, knot, and coat? That's question 18. Question 19. Now, question 19 is literature. This is literature. Elizabeth Beresford introduced what creatures in 1968, supposedly residents of Wimbledon Common? Elizabeth Beresford introduced what creatures in 1968 in a series of children's books, which were later adapted? Residents of Wimbledon Common. Question 19. Eliza tells us that when she was younger, she had a teacher with more teeth than average, and she feels like she greatly offended him when she told him it was weird. Yeah. Question 19. Elizabeth Beresford introduced what creatures in 1968, residents of Wimbledon Common? And question 20 is current affairs. Current affairs. In the greatest story of the 21st century, lawyer Rudy Giuliani recently fronted a press conference for the Trump campaign in front of the Four Seasons, a business which offers what service? Rudy Giuliani recently fronted a press conference for the Trump campaign in front of the Four Seasons. Of Four Seasons, I beg your pardon, not the Four Seasons, crucially not the Four Seasons, just Four Seasons. A business which offers what service? They've got quite a lot of merch now. Let me go through all of those again. In case you missed any of them, here we are. 20 questions, going quicker. Question 1. In November 2020, who won the general election in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Was it A. Ralph Gonsalves of the Unity Labour Party, B. Godwin Friday of the New Democratic Party, or C. Ivan O'Neill of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Greens? 2. What's the chemical symbol for oxygen? 3. In what month is the Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival? 4. How many countries are covered by the Pyrenees? 5. What does the Polish word apteka, A-P-T-E-K-A, mean? 6. Which world leader was described this week by the former spokesman for Barack Obama as a shape-shifting creep? Question 7. In what year was Home Alone released? Question 8. What is the name of the large orange mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers NHL team who rapidly gained internet fame in 2018? Question 9. What was the surname of the founder of Pennsylvania? Question 10. The Bidens will be bringing dogs back to the White House. Tell me the name of either of the dogs. Question 11. The Razor is a phone by which company? Question 12. Which widely used currency is the currency of Timor-Leste? Question 13. How do you say London in Italian? Question 14. The Hawaiian pizza was supposedly invented at the Satellite restaurant in what country? Question 15. According to Sting, in the song 7 Days, what would Friday give him? Question 16. Lotoko, aka Petrol, is a homebrewed spirit from what country? Question 17. Assuming their wisdom teeth came through and weren't removed, how many teeth does an adult human have in total? Question 18. What word can come before stitch, sail, knot, and coat? Question 19. Elizabeth Beresford introduced what creatures in 1968, residents of Wimbledon Common? And question 20. Rudy Giuliani recently fronted a press conference for the Trump campaign in front of Four Seasons, a business which offers what? You have got 5, 4, 3. McPlant is shouting, "Not all of my teeth," at the rest of us. I refuse to look at the context. Not all of my teeth! Just some. 2, 1. Pens down, pens down. Click off the marking colour. No, I did that wrong. Click off the answering colour. Click on the marking colour, which is red, because I'm a traditionalist. And let's get going with the answers to round 1. Question 1. In November 2020, the general election in St. Vincent and the Grenadines was won by Ralph Gonsalves of Unity Labour, who stood on a left-wing and Republican platform, as opposed to Godwin Friday, who I think was centre-right and a monarchist, and Ivan O'Neill, who was, green. Question 2. The chemical symbol for oxygen is O. O. I suppose you could have O2. But O is kind of what I was after. Question 3. In what month is the Pittsburgh International Jazz Festival? It's October. It's coming up. Why don't we all go? Guys, let's go to Pittsburgh. Hulu19 asks, was it A, B, or C? It's A. October. Question 4. The countries covered by the Pyrenees are France and Spain and Andorra. 3 countries. Question 5. Apteca, well, it sounds a bit like apothecary. Pharmacy, chemist. Those are the 2 words, pharmacy or chemist. I can't think of any. I suppose in America, drugstore works, doesn't it? I'm not sure. If you think that works, that works. Question 6. The world leader described as a shape-shifting creep was, of course, Boris Johnson. Bojo himself. Question 7. Home Alone was released in 1990. Question 8. The mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers NHL team is called Gritty. Gritty. Question 9. Pennsylvania was founded by William Penn, although confusingly he named it after his father. Weirder facts. Never understood why I didn't just call it his father's first name. But William Penn. Penn is what I was after. Question 10. The Bidens will be bringing dogs back to the White House. The names are Major and Champ. I like Major. I think Champ could do some workshopping. But, fair enough. Major or Champ gets you the point. There are no 2 points. Question 11. Razor is by Motorola. Motorola. The Motorola Razor. Question 12. The currency of Timor-Leste is the US dollar. The dollar. Basic as that. Question 13. In Italian, London is Londra. 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 Question 14. The Hawaiian pizza was gifted to the world by Canada because there's a brand of tinned pineapple called Hawaiian or Hawaii, I don't know, available in Canada. And that's where that came from. Satellite Restaurant is I think it's in Ontario, in Canada. Question 15. Friday'd give me time. Time is what I was after. 7 days is all she wrote. The kind of ultimatum note she gave to me. She gave to me. Question 16. Lotoko, aka Petrol, comes from DR Congo. I will accept just Congo, even though there are 2 Congos. It's from Congo. Question 17. A human has 32 teeth. Usually. 32. Some exceptions apply. Question 18. The word that comes before stitch, sail, knot, and coat is top. Top stitch, a type of sewing stitch. Top sail as in boats. Top knots as in hair. And top coats as in coats. Question 19. Elizabeth Beresford introduced the Wombles. The Wombles of Wimbledon Common. The Wombles. And question 20. 4 Seasons offer landscaping. Not just landscaping, total landscaping. I'll accept either of those. Let's go through those again a bit quicker. And if you're pretty sure that you got all of that, head on over and put your scores in the sign-up sheet, please. But they were question 1, A, Ralph Gonzalez. Question 2, O. Question 3, October. Question 4, 3. Question 5, Pharmacy or Chemist. Question 6, Boris Johnson. Question 7, 1990. Question 8, Gritty. Question 9, Pen. Question 10, Major or Champ. Question 11, Motorola. Question 12, the dollar. Question 13, Londra. Question 14, Canada. Question 15, Time. Question 16, DR Congo. Question 17, 32. Question 18, Top. Question 19, Wombles. Question 10, 20, Landscaping. And after that, 14 points for Devon for Wizard of Oz, 14-2 for Trying Our Best and Happy to Be Here, who are once again missing Rumali. Question 15 for Scarecrows Aren't for Scaring People. Question 10 for 3 Seasons Total Landscape. 16 for Spider Tea and Tormented Baby, and 9 for Sweet Sweet Human Contact. 14 for Mango Mango Mango. A full 20 for Waiting for Thames Water to Fix My Pipes. My word, that's extraordinary. Congratulations, Waiting for Thames Water to Fix My Pipe. Absolutely storming to the lead there. Well, folks, the evidence is irrefutable. If you want to win at this quiz, kick the pipes. Kill your plumbing. Just go take a hammer to your pipes. I do not endorse you destroying your own plumbing. I want to make that incredibly clear. That is not my official position. But if you want to win, it looks to me like that's the way you do it. Still waiting to hear on a couple of teams, including some who are traditionally very good. But 14 there for Nicholas Lyndhurst, 15 for La Traviata, 16 for Spider Tea and Tormented Baby. Don't know about skiving office work yet. Hey, what are you guys doing? I'm doing vocal warm-ups. All right, folks. Let's take ourselves a merry little break. But during that break, I want you to look at the picture round, which is over at tiny.cc/FT picture round 1011. What you have there is the current election map of the United States as given to us by 10 different news networks. I've told you what the networks are. All I want you to do is to match the map to the network. Glorious, glorious map. I'm going to put the music on. Here it is. This is a 10-minute break. Why is the music not playing? It is because... exciting. Because it thinks that it's connected to different audio. There it is. Okay, so that's 8:05. I will see you at 8:15, everyone. 8:15. Go get yourselves a drink. Have a look at the quiz. And drop £2 per player if you've not yet done it into the coffee by going to co-fi.com/Felix Trench. See you in 10 minutes.
that you will lose. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz. We're all stuck at home. Pub quiz. Come escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink all virtual booze. Pub quiz. But not in a pub. Pub quiz. Unless you live in a pub. Felix stretch. Pub quiz, you're all alone. Pub quiz, we're all stuck at home. Pub quiz, come escape from the news. Pub quiz, drink all virtual booze. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz, we're all stuck at home. Pub quiz, come escape from the news. Pub quiz, drink all virtual booze. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz, we're all stuck at home. Pub quiz, come escape from the news. Pub quiz, drink all virtual booze. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz, we're all stuck at home. Pub quiz, come escape from the news. Pub quiz, drink all virtual booze. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. Felix stretch. Pub quiz, you're all alone. Pub quiz, we're all stuck at home. Pub quiz, come escape from the news. Pub quiz, drink all virtual booze. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. Felix stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes. Felix stretch. Welcome booze. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub.
3 minutes, everyone, 3 minutes.
Welcome to the pub quiz. Just Google for help. Pub quiz.
It did not fall off the boat.
Cheating yourself.
Is the door opening?
We've got massive prizes. Pub quiz. Metaphorical prizes. Welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz. We're all stuck at home. Pub quiz. Come escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink all virtual booze. Pub quiz. But not in a pub. Pub quiz. Unless you live in a pub. Welcome to the pub quiz. Just Google for help. Pub quiz. You're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz. We've got massive prizes. Pub quiz. Metaphorical prizes. Welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz. We're all stuck at home. Pub quiz. Come escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink all virtual booze. Pub quiz. But not in a pub. Pub quiz. Unless you live in a pub.
We'll start up again in 2 minutes, everyone. 2 minutes for now. Keep looking at that picture sheet. Get yourselves a drink. And if you haven't yet, head on over to ko-fi.com/Felix Trench. Drop a couple of quid per player in the virtual coffee cup, please. Update on the pasta. Now, we all remember that it was spaghetti with a tomato vegetable sauce, bits of mozzarella and chili powder. The chili powder has stuck to the mozzarella, and Swashbuckling Archer's mouth is on fire. Sorry to hear that. It's stuck to the mozzarella, and they've combined in a way none of us expected and none of us like. The chili mozzarella is now fighting back, growing exponentially. No, why? 1 minute, everyone. 1 minute till we get going. Good advice there from Eileen. Eat ice cream. Samashati reckons the second picture looks like a llama. You're right, it does. Oh my God, look at that. America is a llama. That's fabulous. Quite a few networks did that version. I haven't included all, or only included one of them. What was the one I couldn't find? Oh yeah, Al Jazeera had a version like that, but they didn't have an updated one. And presumably, America looks like a llama to Al Jazeera. Okay, that is 8:15, everyone. In fact, it's 16 past. Sorry, I'm saying late. Which means round 2 is now in session. Round 2 is now in session. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. This is round 2, known as the fun round by precisely me, because it's more difficult. Here we go. This is question 21. Question 21 is film. This is film. What is the name of Robert Carlyle's character in the Full Monty? Question 21. What's the name of Robert Carlyle's character in the Full Monty? Question 21. Full Monty came out in 1997. What's the name of Robert Carlyle's character in the Full Monty? Question 22 is the maths question. This is maths. It's division this week. What is 996 divided by 83? 996 over 83. I will put that in the chat. That's question 22. What's 996 divided by 83? Look, the rubber band that holds the cradle in my microphone broke today, so I've had to replace it with a load of little rubber bands. Sorry, holding up the microphone is probably making it make all sort of bashy noises. They need a proper mic arm. I keep looking at them and not buying them. Expensive. What's 996 divided by 83? Question 23. Question 23 is sport. This is sport. What Olympic sport was known in Russia in the early 20th century as French wrestling? In fact, it was known as French wrestling until 1948 in Russia, and they switched. Which Olympic sport was known in Russia in the early 20th century as French wrestling? It's question 23. What Olympic sport was known in Russia in the early 20th century as French wrestling? Question 24. Question 24 is politics. This is politics. Who's the Prime Minister of Japan? Question 24. Who is the Prime Minister of Japan? Question 24. Who is the Prime Minister of Japan, please? Question 25. Question 25 is musical instruments. I asked you last week about xylophones. This week's I want to know about glockenspiels. Glockenspiel derives from the German Glocke and Spiel, to play. What does Glocke mean? Glockenspiel derives from the German Glocke and Spiel. What does Glocke mean? That's question 25. What's the Glocke part of Glockenspiel? Question 26 now. This is question 26, is geography. It's seas. In which sea would you find the islands Holy Island, Calf of Man, Calfman, and Innisgaint, Ynysgaint? I'm just going to check the spelling on that, or the pronunciation rather. Doesn't say. Great. Might be Ynys. In which sea would you find the islands Holy Island, Calf of Man, and Iniscaint? Looking for the name of a sea in which you'll find islands called Holy Island, Calf of Man, and Iniscaint. That's question 26. Question 27 now is music. This is music. Electric Warrior, Futuristic Dragon, and Bolan's Zip Gun are all albums by which band? Those are Electric Warrior, that's warrior as in fighter, not anxious person, Futuristic Dragon, and Bolan's Zip Gun are all albums by which band? That's question 27. Question 27, Electric Warrior, Futuristic Dragon, and Bolan's Zip Gun are all albums by which band? Question 28. Question 28 is languages. When she was 12, Vice President of the United States-elect Kamala Harris left the United States with her mother to one of its neighboring countries, where she was educated in what language? When she was 12, Kamala Harris left the US with her mum and her sister, I think, for one of its neighboring countries and was educated there in what language? Question 28. What language did Kamala Harris go to school in? Question 29. Question 29. This is hobbies. Hobbies. The engraver and cartographer John Spilsbury, Spilsbury, is credited with first creating and commercializing which soothing hobby in 1760, which is today primarily cardboard-based. John Spilsbury, who was an engraver and cartographer, is credited with being the creator and commercializer of which soothing hobby, which is today largely cardboard-based. That's question 29. Question 29. John Spilsbury came up with what hobby? So that's John Spilsbury, an engraver and cartographer, and I'm looking for a sort of hobby. Question 30 now. Question 30. This is art. Art. Which artist's work includes Spy Booth, Devolved Parliament, and Kissing Coppers? Which artist's work includes Spy Booth, Devolved Parliament, and Kissing Coppers? Has anyone come up with a drinking game for this quiz yet? Should do. We are halfway through round 2, folks. 10 questions left in the quiz. Going to move that down, actually. Question 31. Question 31. This is news. I'm going to give you a headline. I've blanked out 2 words. I want you to fill in the words. This headline is from the Ayrshire Daily News. The headline goes, South Ayrshire blank owner loses 2020 presidential election. Ayrshire is an area on the west of Scotland. South Ayrshire blank owner loses 2020 presidential election. That's question 31. Fill in the blanks. South Ayrshire blank owner loses 2020 presidential election. Question 32. Question 32, apart from the obvious one, which other president has had to fend off reports this week that they will be leaving office in January? Which other president has been disagreeing with reports that they will be leaving office in January? Question 32. Question 32. Which other president has had to fend off reports this week they will be leaving office in January? Question 33 now. Question 33 is science. Which scientific field literally translates as the study of the soul? Which scientific field literally translates as the study of the soul? Update everyone. Swashbuckling Archer has ice cream. Archer, what flavour ice cream, please? Which scientific field literally translates as the study of the soul? Question 34. Question 34 is Disney. This is Disney. Which Disney villain was played by the actress Lucille Laverne the same year that she died? I'm going to give you an extra detail, which is that Lucille Laverne was born in 1872. Which Disney villain was played by Lucille Laverne the year she died? Laverne was born in 1872. Folks, after you've done this quiz, go Google Lucille Laverne. She has the greatest headshot I've seen of any actor ever. And I've read the Spotlight book. Which Disney villain was played by Lucille Laverne the same year she died? That Laverne was born in 1872. This on the ice cream, it was vanilla with chocolate chunks and caramel. Is that a Ben and Jerry's? Is that a Haagen-Dazs or something else? Or was it just called vanilla with chocolate chunks and caramel? We're looking for a Disney villain with question 34. And question 35. Question 35 is internet top-level domain names. That's your .co.uk's, .ies, and all of those. We asked about .de last week. .kh, as in Kamala Harris, is the internet top-level domain for which country? .kh is the internet top-level domain for which country? That's question 35, and we have 5 questions left. You are all doing terribly well. 5 questions left until this quiz. It is a Ben & Jerry's. Ooh. Which Ben & Jerry's has ice is vanilla with chocolate and caramel? I don't know. Which one is it? I like a chunky monkey. That's my favourite. .kh is the internet top-level domain for which country? 5 questions left, folks. Here's question 36. Question 36 is words. This is words. What word can mean a sketch, a breeze, or a call to service? We're looking for one word that can mean all of those. A sketch, a breeze, or a call to service? That's question 36. What word can mean a sketch, a breeze, or a call to service? Question 37 now. Question 37. This is music, the music of Elton John. What was Elton John's first single to reach the top 10 in both the UK and US singles charts? What was Elton John's first single to reach the top 10 in both the UK and US singles charts? This has to be an Elton John original song. Played backing and a lot of stuff beforehand. But he plays piano and sings on this song. What was Elton John's first single to reach the top 10 of the UK and US singles charts? That's question 37. Something popcorn. Fascinating. Let's look that up. What will I look up? Ben and Jerry's Poppin' Popcorn. Is that it? Poppin' Popcorn Moophoria? What is that? Oh, there it is. Buttery brown sugar ice cream with sweet and salty caramel swirl, 8%, and chocolatey popcorn pieces, 6%. Our flavour gurus have concocted Moophoria to be full of the chunks you love, with lower fat than similar ice cream products. Sounds lovely. What was Elton John's first single to reach the top 10 of the UK and US singles charts? 3 questions left, folks. 3 questions left. Here is question 38. Question 38. What does the S stand for in HSBC? Question 38. What does the S stand for in HSBC? That's question 38. What does the S stand for in HSBC? Question 39 now. Question 39 is pop culture. This is pop culture. Which character debuted in a comic strip created by Chester Gould in the Detroit Mirror in October 1931? Which character debuted in a comic strip created by Chester Gould for the Detroit Mirror in October 1931? I don't remember the exact day. 9th or something. Which character debuted in a comic strip created by Chester Gould in the Detroit Mirror in October 1931? And question 40. Question 40 is current affairs. This is current affairs. Reacting to the recent election news, the mayor of which major world city tweeted, "Welcome back, America." Reacting to the election news, the mayor of which major world city tweeted, "Welcome back, America." We are looking for the name of a city. That's question 40. Reacting to the election news, the mayor of which major world city tweeted, "Welcome back, America." And that is all the questions in round 2. Same procedure, everyone. I'm going to go through all of those again, quicker this time. Then we'll do the answers. Then we'll do the picture answers, and then we'll find out who's won. See if that team who got 20 can keep their lead. Question 21 now. What was the name of Robert Carlyle's character in The Full Monty? Question 22. What is 996 divided by 83? Question 23. Which Olympic sport was known in Russia in the early 20th century as French wrestling? Question 24. Who's the Prime Minister of Japan? Question 25. Glockenspiel derives from the German Glock and Spiel. Spiel is to play. What's Glock? Question 26. In which sea would you find the islands Holy Island, Calf of Man, and Innisgaint? Question 27. Electric Warrior, Futuristic Dragon, and Boland's Zip Gun are all albums by which band? Question 28. When she was 12, Vice President of the US-elect Kamala Harris left the US with her mother for one of its neighboring countries where she was educated in what language? Question 29. The engraver and cartographer John Spilsbury is credited with creating which soothing hobby? Today, mostly cardboard-based. Question 30. Which artist's works include Spy Booth, Devolved Parliament, and Kissing Coppers? Question 31. Fill in the blanks from this headline from the Ayrshire Daily News. South Ayrshire blank owner loses 2020 presidential election. Question 32. Which other president has had to fend off reports this week that they're leaving office in January? Question 33. Which scientific field literally translates as study of the soul? Question 34. Which Disney villain was played by Lucille Laverne the same year she died? She was born in 1872. Question 35. .kh is the internet top-level domain for which country? Question 36. Which word can mean a sketch, a breeze, or a call to service? Question 37. What was Elton John's first single to reach the top 10 of the UK and the US singles charts? Question 38. What does the S stand for in HSBC? Question 39. Which character debuted in a comic strip created by Chester Gould in the Detroit Mirror in October 1931? And question 40. Reacting to the election news, the mayor of which major world city tweeted, "Welcome back, America." All right, folks. You've got 5. You've got 4. You've got 3. You've got 2. You've got 1. Pens down! Pens down! Pick up your marking pens. Here are the answers to round 2. Question 21. Robert Carlyle plays Gaz, or Gary. He's known as both. Gaz or Gary. Gary. Question 22. 996 divided by 83 is 12. 12. Question 23. French wrestling, former name in Russia for Greco-Roman wrestling. Greco-Roman wrestling. Question 24. The Prime Minister of Japan is Yoshihide Suga, because Shinzo Abe, of course, stepped down for health reasons recently, and Suga took his place. Question 25. Spiel to play. Glock. Bell. Playing the bells, because it sounds like bells, I suppose. Question 26. Holy Island, Calf of Man, and Innisgaint. Those are all in the Irish Sea. The Irish Sea. Question 27. Electric Warrior, Futuristic Dragon, and Boland Zipgan. All albums by T-Rex. T-Rex. Question 28. Kamala Harris went to Quebec. She was taught in French. French. Question 29. John Spilsbury invented the jigsaw puzzle. Jigsaw puzzle, that soothing hobby. Question 30. Spy Booth, Devolved Parliament, and Kissing Coppers are all Banksy's. Banksy. Question 31. South Ayrshire Golf Club owner loses 2020 presidential election, is how the Ayrshire Daily News reported it. Golf club. Question 32. The other president that had to fend off reports this week was Putin. Vladimir Putin. There was talk about his health. From what I could make out, largely reported by the supernatural fandom, seemed to break the story. Putin. Question 33. Study the soul is psychology. Psychology. Question 34. Lucille Laverne played the evil queen in Snow White. She also plays the crone with the apple, the alter ego. Go look up Lucille Laverne. She has the best hat. Question 35. .kh is the internet top-level domain. Trick of the one. This one, it's Cambodia. KH as in Khmer. Cambodia. Question 36. A sketch, a breeze, or call to service. I was looking for draft. Draft. Question 37. That was Your Song. Your Song was his first top 10. Question 38. The S stands for, at least it used to stand for, now they're just called HSBC, but the name comes from Shanghai, Hong Kong, Singapore, Hong Kong, Shanghai Banking Corporation. Shanghai. Question 39. Dick Tracy debuted in the Detroit Mirror. Dick Tracy. And question 40, Welcome Back America, was tweeted by Anne Hidalgo, the mayor of Paris. Anne Hidalgo, mayor of Paris, who's been pretty good. I like Anne Hidalgo. Same procedure, folks. Go put your scores in, and I'm going to give you those answers once more. Question 21, Gaz or Gary. Question 22, 12. Question 3, Greco-Roman wrestling. Question 24, Yoshihide Suga. Question 25, Bell. Question 26, the Irish Sea. Question 27, T-Rex. Question 28, French. Question 29, Jigsaw puzzles. Question 30, Banksy. Question 31, Golf Club. Question 32, Putin. Question 33, Psychology. Question 34, The Evil Queen from Snow White. Question 35, Cambodia. Question 36, Draft. Question 37, Your Song. Question 38, Shanghai. Question 39, Dick Tracy. And question 40, Paris. And after that, how are we all doing? All right, so the team, let's get the headlines out of the way. The team that were on 20 got 16 in that round, bringing them up to 36, which is a very strong score, but not insurmountable. People have beaten that in the past at this point. No one so far that I can see, but definitely teams catching up. 33 points there for Spider T and Jamentum Baby. 32 for Trying Our Best and Happy to Be Here. 28 for Mango. 30 for La Triviata. So, Rumali's back. Very good. It looks to me like Waiting for Thames Water to Fix My Pipes and Spider T and Jomentum Baby are up in the lead there with Trying Our Best and Happy to Be Here in third place. But this could all change in the picture round. There's 10 points up for grabs. So potentially about half of you can still win. Fantastic. Lovely stuff. Beautiful. Marvelous. You're all great. Hulu 19's internet's not working. I assume that you're just biding my time. So 11 in there. 21 there. Right, folks. The picture round. Normally, I can do this without looking at the answers. This is not the case today. What a lovely picture round. Okay, I asked you to match the network or news source, they're not all networks, to the electoral map. And it starts pretty close to what it says on the right-hand side, because picture 1 is ABC, the American one. That is the American channel ABC. Picture 2, the llama. Picture 2, the llama. Well, that is the other ABC. That's ABC Australia. ABC. Picture 3, then. Rather attractive shade of blue and a hideous shade of red. That is El País. El País, the Spanish newspaper. Picture 4 there. I chose the cartogram option. That is from the BBC. BBC. Picture 5, a rather detailed, multicolored one there from Reuters. That's Reuters. Picture 6, I suspect a fairly familiar one to many of us here. That is CNN. CNN, a channel so dedicated to bringing us reports of ballots coming in from Pennsylvania counties they didn't bother to break to tell us about Putin. CNN. Picture 7 there. Picture 7 with the deep blue and deep red. That is Fox News. That's Fox. Picture 8, one of 2 that we have, doing a rather more sensible display of how the Electoral College matches up to different states. That first one is from Le Monde. Le Monde. Picture 9. Picture 9, I think probably the easiest one because it's the only one that has a recognizable color scheme. That's the Financial Times, the FT, who of course have this sort of, well, they call it salmon pink color, although they've gone more and more yellow in recent times to match the color of the newspaper, which leaves picture 10, that's Politico. Let me give you those again. Picture 1, the American ABC. Picture 2, the Australian ABC. Picture 3, El País. Picture 4, BBC. Picture 5, Reuters. Picture 6, CNN. Picture 7, Fox. Picture 8, Le Monde. Picture 9, the FT. And picture 10, Politico. How'd you do? I'm amazed if anyone got above about 3 in this. But here you are, and some of you are definitely getting above about 3. 7 points for the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Fantastic work, guys. 5 for trying our best and happy to be here. Bring them up to 37. Ooh, that makes them a contender. 7-2 for La Triviata. 5 for Mango, Mango, Mango. Bring them up to 33. But can't be beaten with a fantastic 0 for skiving office work. Skiving office work, I believe that's the first time anyone's got 0 on a picture round. Thank you very much for joining us. I am delighted that we've had our first 0 and 20 in this quiz. This is great. It was a very tough picture round. But it's indisputable, folks. Look, we can't dispute that. Facts are facts. And facts mean something in this climate. 41 points for waiting for Thames Water to fix my pipes. I hope this quiz has been some consolation that you have no running water or heating or electricity and that your roof's not working. Possibly. 41 points for waiting for Thames Water to fix my pipes. Fantastic stuff. But there is, of course, the matter of the best team name, and I'm going to give best team name this week to Spider T and Joe Mentum, baby. Congratulations, Spider T and Joe Mentum, baby. Hey, thank you all very much for playing. If you've not yet, please head over to coffee.com, ko-fi.com/Felix Trench and drop £2 per player in the jar over there. I will be back next week on, I just had to look at the calendar to do 10 plus 7, to do on the 17th of November. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you then. Good night.